Day 4 of the 2024 American Legion Northwest Regional. Jace Andrews alongside Aaron Poling, and we have Alaska and the host squad, Billings, here in Game 1 of day number 4, the first of the semifinals games, trying to make it to Championship Sunday.
Absolutely, and you could argue that maybe two teams that are some of the more unlikely to be here after day 1, and the Billings team, they lost a very tight game, 1-0. But we talked about all week last year, that Gillette team, they showed the path of what you can do as the host team. This Billings team, they are a very good team. They finished number 1 in the state, just couldn't get it done in the state tournament, but they're here with an opportunity to play for Championship Sunday.
Yeah, and a big reason behind that has been their pitching. They've had a no-hitter from Drew McDowell. They've really allowed less than 4 runs pretty much every time. In fact, their team ERA, it sits at 1. That's pretty dang good if you ask me. So obviously they're going to face an Alaska squad, though, that has been offensively minded throughout the entire tournament. You go back to day 1, you had 8 runs. Day 2, 6 runs. Now, even though they lost last night, they still scored 7 runs. The pitching just wasn't there as they fell to the Eugene Challenger 17-7. So for Alaska now, it's going to be about, can that offense keep going, and will their pitching back them up this time?
And, for Alaska yesterday, for about 4.5 innings, that game was going almost as well as it could have for them. And, the wheels fell off. It's just how baseball works. Things happen, and, games get away from you. That's what's great about baseball. You get to bounce back, try to respond today. And today's really going to be about strength on strength. This Alaska offense, they are clobbering the ball around the ballpark throughout the tournament. This pitching staff for Billings, they haven't given up much, so we'll see which strength is going to win today.
11 hits yesterday for Alaska. Billings, a squad that relies on pitching. I think on Billings' side, you have to go out here and understand that this Alaska squad, the pitching has been here and there. And today, you got to go out and attack early.
Absolutely, and that's one of the disadvantages for the Alaska team is they don't quite have as many players as other teams do, and it's just kind of the fact of the matter. But one thing that has been very impressive that they've shown throughout the entirety of the tournament, they bounce back very well. They bounce back from falling behind. They've bounced back from, innings not going their way. Now they have an opportunity to bounce back from a game getting away from them, and I'm curious to see how they respond, as they've really checked every box in the response category so far.
And then one thing with Billings, it's Saturday here in Billings, Montana, which means you have to expect this stadium, it's going to fill up pretty quick.
Absolutely. That's one of the fun things about being the home team is the crowd really comes out and supports, especially with a chance to go to the American Legion World Series. You are literally a couple wins away from getting there, so I imagine the town's going to come out in droves. This should be a lot of fun.
Alaska, the farthest team away from Billings. Billings, the host squad. It's the matchup we have for game number 1 on day 4. We appreciate you watching right here on mylocalradio.com. This is all brought to you by Ready.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in the industrial construction and support services since 1982. We have the crews and equipment for hydro excavation, dirt and equipment hauling, as well as produced and potable water hauling. We also offer septic tank cleaning services, portable toilets, and roll-off dumpster rentals for facility shutdowns, on location or for your next outdoor event. Call us today to discuss how we can help with your next project. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
Foot pain can make even the simplest things a struggle. Dr. Chad Brady is a foot and ankle surgeon who listens to your concerns, offering a variety of solutions to get you back on your feet and out of pain. Dr. Chad Brady can help you get back to the life you deserve. Don't let foot pain stop you from living your life. Schedule an appointment today. Dr. Chad Brady, Uinta Medical Group. Call or schedule online at evanstonanytime.com.
Let's stop into Mountain West Business Solutions to see what Randy and the team are up to today. Randy is printing out testimonials from satisfied customers. Let's see what some of them say.
Bar none, the best customer service in the industry.
Mountain West has been perfect for our business needs.
We simply could not survive as a business without Mountain West Business Solutions.
For all your equipment, printing, and software solution needs, Mountain West Business Solutions. 866-583-9925.
And it's day 4 here in Billings, Montana of the 2024 American Legion Northwest Regional. Jace Andrews alongside Aaron Poling as we bring you the action between Alaska and the host squad, the Billings Scarlets. And Aaron, let's kind of start off with this matchup in an overview as we did in the first part. Alaska comes in here 31-6, Billings 60-13. And Anchorage, the big thing, their offense has been spectacular throughout the tournament. Billings, it's been their pitching.
Yeah, it's really, we talked about it in the opening, a best on best here. Really good pitching, really good hitting. It's going to be very interesting to see which one rules the day, just because you see a lot of times that good pitching will shut down good offense, but there are good offenses that can get to good pitching. So I'm excited to see how this one plays out. Both of these teams have been very resilient throughout the tournament. Billings lost on their first day. They lost opening day, and they're still here on Saturday, which means they played with their backs against the wall quite a bit. This will be the first time that this Anchorage team has to play in an elimination game, but they've bounced back in their own way inside their games, and it'll just be interesting to see how these teams play this one.
Yeah, you look at Anchorage, and their average is at 321, second best in the tournament behind Eugene, who batted 338. But Eugene also scored 17 runs last night, which kind of helps your average.
I was going to say, you go way up.
Aspect. They've also, Alaska scored the second most runs. Go to Billings, guess what? Best ERA by a long shot. 1 ERA, 21 innings pitched, 3 runs, 3 earned. The only team that has given up anywhere close to as much of earned runs, it's the Fort Collins squad. They've had 5 earned runs. Problem is they've given up 11 runs in total. So that's where the ERA, is kind of here and there. And you go throughout this. Fielding has always been an important part of this team, or of this tournament rather. Billings has that. They have allowed no errors. I mean, their fielding has just been spectacular throughout this time.
Yeah, it's, within 1 ERA, obviously the pitching's been great, but you look to the unearned runs, they haven't had many of those either. So defense and pitching is really going to get you far in baseball for sure, no matter what league you are. If you can pitch the ball and then you field the ball and you force other teams to have to earn their runs, there's going to be a chance that you're going to have a chance in every game. This Alaska team, very capable of doing that, though. So it's going to be one of those things. I'm really curious to see how the Alaska lineup responds to the Billings pitching. And for you can flip that around. For Alaska, who do they have left? I think we have a good idea. Well, we obviously know who's going on the mound.
Hunter Christian.
We're looking right at that paper, so I don't have to wonder.
Yeah.
But, it's going to be very interesting to see how Christian attacks this Billings offense and how this Billings offense gets going. The pitching has been the story, but if the offense can get going these last 2 days, the pitching could just be the story leading to the end. And another storyline to check out, how does this Billings crowd show up and show out for this team on a Saturday? You understand that throughout the week it's going to be tough to get off work, especially when they're playing in the early game. On a Thursday afternoon, it's hard to get off work to get out to a baseball game. But now, Saturday, you see how many people show up here at this beautiful ballpark in Billings, Montana.
It's strength on strength. Alaska's hitting, Billings pitching. When we come back, we'll give you the starting lineups for the Billings Scarlets, as they'll be the leadoff team, followed up by Alaska's defensive alignment in the top of the first. We'll be right back here. This is a presentation of the American Legion Northwest Regional Tournament, brought to you by Ready, providing safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. We are ready.
Farming requires working with the right equipment. At Covelo Auto Farm Service, you will find the right size tractor, tractor accessories, cattle chutes, and calf corrals for all your farming needs. Covelo's has all your auto needs as well. From fluids to belts to protection for your hands, they've got you covered. Covelo's also offers a service center for your truck and tractors in one convenient location. Covelo's is your one-stop farm and auto shop. Stop in and see them today at 80 Reese Road in Lyman. Covelo's Auto Farm Service.
There are 3 things you can always be sure of when you get your tires from Freeway Tire in Evanston. First, they offer a price match guarantee on any published price. Second, whether you're driving across the state for a sporting event or you're just driving around town, you can feel confident knowing that you have top quality tires that have been installed by tire experts. And third, you're always appreciated by the owners and staff at Freeway Tire. It's reflected in the friendly service you receive every time you visit. Freeway Tire, quality tires and great service. Stop in today, 217 Bear River Drive, Evanston.
When you have an appointment with the dentist, it's reassuring to know that you're going to be seen by experienced, well-trained professionals. At Bear River Dental in Evanston, Dr. Lester, Dr. Owens, and Dr. Welch check every box. Plus, they're really nice people. Their passion to provide excellent dental care is reflected in everything from state-of-the-art equipment to professional, hard-working staff. Choose the professionals at Bear River Dental, serving patients of all ages. Call today to schedule an appointment.
I will keep faith with my teammates. I will keep my temper. I will keep myself fit. I will keep a stout heart in defeat. I will keep my pride under in victory. I will keep a sound soul, a clean mind, and a healthy body. Let's play ball.
The two best words in America's pastime, play ball, and that's what we are going to do right here in the 2024 American Legion Northwest Regional. Let's start you off here with the designated visiting team. I know we are in Billings, but the Scarlets are going to be with the Bats here first in the top of the first, as let's get you their starting lineup. It's the leadoff hitter, the pitcher, Nolan Berkram. He's been the leadoff slot for Billings this entire tournament. He remains in that hole in this game. The third baseman, Nate McDonald, will bat in the 2 slot. Kyler Northrop, the shortstop, bats third. And batting cleanup, the left fielder, Cody Collis. Batting in the 5 slot, it's the right fielder, Brady Randolph. Jacob Wilcox, the first baseman, will bat 6. The 7-hole center fielder, Mason Brasso. Jaron Pinter, the catcher, will bat 8th. And batting 9th, the second baseman, Cade Vatnsdahl. The defensive alignment for the Alaska Anchorage Cougars go as follow. The first baseman is going to be Trey Maltby, second baseman Rylan Nikolai, and then the third baseman Jake Rafferty. The shortstop Chase Maselli, and the outfield from left to right Colby Jensen, followed by Andrew Hickman, and then right Trevor Maltby. The battery today, it's Landon Martindale catching for Hunter Christian. Seen Christian pitch once in this Northwest Regional prior. He pitched 2/3 of an inning, allowing just 1 hit, striking out 1.
Yeah, let's see how he comes out here. I mean, backs against the wall. His team's going to need a big start out of him. You could say the very same thing about the starting pitcher on the other side in Nolan Berkram as well. But it's going to be key here this first inning. If you can settle in, biggest game that these kids have played in a while, obviously. So if you can just settle in and get going, you know, first inning, a 1-2-3 first inning from the pitching side would do wonders for that.
We kind of mentioned it yesterday, but like when you have a team that's playing in their first elimination game, it kind of creates for an interesting dynamic. This Billings squad, this is now their 3rd elimination game, so because they lost day 1, so that can kind of make it to where they know the feeling of their backs against the wall, whereas Alaska, this is their first taste of it. And you were in the 2-0 game last night, and for a while there, you felt pretty confident that you had the chance to win that one and be in the position to be on Championship Sunday automatically in today's game.
Yeah, there's just a certain pressure of playing with your backs against the wall that you just don't know until you feel it. And I'm sure Alaska's going to come out with a sense of urgency. They have all week, and it's just a different urgency knowing that, hey, there's no tomorrow if things go wrong. Like, we have to get it done now. We have to get it going. So it's interesting to see. I mean, we've seen throughout a couple of tournaments that a lot of teams, the first time that they have their backs against the wall and they have that pressure on them, they have folded a little bit. This Alaska team, I didn't expect that out of them. I think they've shown that they have the ability to bounce back quite a bit. You know, they haven't had to bounce back from a loss yet in this tournament, but they've bounced back to trailing, I think, in all of the games that they've played so far. So they've had some moments where things have gotten dicey, and they've done a really good job with handling those situations.
Alaska comes out wearing the white pants, black jerseys with Cougs across the chest in green with yellow lining, and the green hat with the yellow bill. Hunter Christian on the mound, throwing to Martindale. And the first pitch is a fastball that's a little low for ball 1. 12:03 is your first pitch time here for game number 1. Christian set and comes to the plate. Line drive into right field. Moving back is going to be Trevor Maltby. Goes to his left and makes the catch for out number 1.
It's a good start on the mound. Fire one into the zone. Pretty good swing on the ball. Just hung up a little bit long, you know. Sometimes as a pitcher, you just fire it in the zone just because of the batter. They can put a good swing on a ball, and they'll slip it out.
Brings up Nate McDonald, 10 ABs, 4 hits, batting .400 in this tournament. So one of the better bats in this lineup for Billings. Hunter Christian back here with the 1 out. Throws a fastball away for ball number 1, 87 miles an hour on the gun.
That's his high so far out of his 3 pitches. He's been sitting at 85. Got a little extra on that one.
1 ball and no strikes. That goes away. 2 balls, no strikes here on the batter. Nate McDonald. Billings wearing the white pants, white jerseys. Scarlets across the chest, the black on the shoulders. 2-0. Again lined right side. Going over and giving it a look is Trey Malpe, but he'll watch it go into the stands. It's going to be strike number 1.
It's a really good 2-0 pitch there. When you fall behind 2-0, you're trying to still be good and pick a third of the plate. Preferably not the middle third, but you're just trying to find a third, and you did there.
2 1s in the dirt. It's going to be 3 balls and 1 strike now. Kyler Northrup will stand on deck as he'll be up next.
And the reason for that is you don't want to try to be too perfect on the 2-0 pitch. You got to get the ball into the zone. You don't want to fall behind 3-0. It's kind of the same principle on 3-1.
See what Christian does here from the windup. Has it high in the air, left side, into foul territory. It's going to go out of play.
That ball landed about 2 rows in foul territory. As a pitch on the middle of the plate, just missed it a little out in front. It's the one thing for McDonald. If you're getting in a fastball count, you have to be ready for it. He was there, just a little bit out in front.
3 balls and 2 strikes now with 1 out here in the top of the first. Christian kind of worked from behind there after that 3-1 pitch. Now has a chance to get McDonald on a strikeout. Steps with the left foot and comes home. Has that skied into center field. Moving over is Hickman to his left. The glove up, camps under, and makes the catch. 2 gone as a nice job from Christian there to work from behind on the count.
Absolutely. When you fall behind like that, the only thing you can really do is fill the zone. And, early on in a game, you just got to live with the results, obviously. Here in the first inning, if you allow a hit, you allow a double, you kind of just live with it. But you don't want to give up any free passes.
One of the best batting averages on the team steps up, and Kyler Northrup batting .429 in this tournament. Chopper on the left side. Rafferty gives way to the shortstop, Maselli. He goes across the diamond. It's not in time.
Good hustle there from Northrup out of the box. That was kind of a slow chopper hit towards that left side. Real tough play as you have to let that ball get to you and throw all the way across from deep in the hole. It's a good effort there by Northrup to keep the inning alive.
Well, and Maselli not being the normal shortstop, Hunter Christian has been the guy to play that position for Alaska pretty much all tournament, but now he's on the mound, so that's where Maselli's sliding into that position. Runner off first now in Northrup, and Cody Colas, the designated hitter. Yesterday, the left fielder today watches for ball 1.
And, for Maselli, that pretty good play still. I mean, you got to the ball, you were able to throw it across.
He did everything right.
Play, yeah. It's just sometimes the batter beats it out.
It's tough with those, the pickoff attempt. A nice throw, but unable to get the tag applied over there was Trey Malpe. Trey and Trevor, brothers over there on the right side. Trevor the right fielder, Trey the first baseman. 1 ball, no strikes from Hunter Christian here. Stays outside with that pitch, 2-0.
Well, if you're Collis here, you're sitting dead red looking for a fastball in what I call your happy zone. That's the place where you hit the ball the hardest. So you want to try to drive something in the gap, see if you can score a run with 1 swing here.
Christian now comes home with the 2-0. Gets the cut and a miss from Cody Colas.
Pretty good 2-0 swing, though. 2-0, you're not trying to shoot the ball the other way for a single. You're trying to drive something in the gap. You're ahead in the count. You have leverage. And you want to use that to your advantage.
That's a batter's count right there, and he took a batter's hack. Christian looks home. The 2-1. Doesn't find the zone. The count will go now to the hitter's count of 3-1.
Yeah, it's, same principle for the batter here in the 2-0 count and the 3-1 count. You still have a little bit of room to work with. Trying to drive that ball.
Christian, deep breath, comes set. Foul ticked into the mitt of Martindale. Count will run full. Runner at first base. Northrup will be off on the pitch now with 2 outs and a 3-2 count.
Now if you find the gap, for sure, you're probably scoring with the extra head start.
Runner takes off. The 3-2 inside. Christian really wanted the call. Frustrated as he'll go back in. Alaska immediately out there asking where that pitch was. And probably a smart mound visit here as the emotion was definitely shown there from pitcher Christian.
Yeah, and that's one of the harder things about pitching is you think you make the perfect pitch, and you made a really good pitch, just didn't get the call. And it's hard to get that out of your mind and bounce back.
And especially as a pitcher, you tend to know the strike zone well, and it's different, though, when you're pitching because you want everything to be a strike.
Yeah.
You want everything to be the way. And that one was just a tad outside, and you can immediately see the emotion there. And Alaska just want to get out there, talk to the pitcher, calm him down, say, hey, there's 2 outs. We're 1 pitch away here.
Yeah, you had a really good start to the inning, Just kind of gotten away from you a little bit here, but haven't surrendered anything, so you're still always 1 pitch away from getting out of this inning with a 0-0 tie.
The right fielder, Brady Randall, will step in with the runners on first and second. Christian will come home. Up high with that pitch, 1 ball, no strikes.
So realistically for Christian in the inning, got the 2 outs, and you gave up an infield single. You got the ground ball, you did your job as a pitcher, just happened to be in the right spot. So 3 out of the 4 batters, you've probably won the at-bats, just hasn't gone your way so far.
Continues to work from behind in the count here, 1-0. As that foul ticked, 1-1.
Yeah, it's something as he goes along here that Christian's probably going to want to try to get ahead of the hitters just a little bit more. You can use your off-speed pitches a little bit more. It also puts you in a much better spot where you're not trying to find the perfect pitch in a 2-0 count.
Christian will come set from the stretch with runners off first and second base. Looks that runner at second, now comes home. As it go away, 2 balls and 1 strike.
There's a breaking ball. I think it's the first one that we've seen so far in today's matchup. That one came in at 75, so 85 with the fastball, 75 with the curveball, 10-mile-an-hour pitching difference.
2-1. Line drive, right side. It's going to get through there. Trevor Malpe comes on. They are going to send the runner. The throw is going to be late. Gets away. Christian throws down to third. The tag, that gets away. Left fielder Jensen comes on. He has the ball. Goes home with it. That's late. 2-run score, 2-0 Scarlets.
Whoa, what a sequence there. Good piece of hitting there from Randall. Pitch on the outside part. Just driving that one to right field, getting that run across, and heads up base running all around. Understanding that with that throw, you can take the extra base and ends up scoring the Scarlets an extra run.
Cody Collis scores on the E1. Brady Randall advances to second on it. Northrup scores on the single. It's an RBI for Brady Randall.
This is a big at-bat right here in the game. Try to put 3 spot on the board.
Well, Alaska's offense has been good all week, so Billings knows they want to get every single run they can. They got a chance here, a little 2-out rally as the first 2 batters, a line-out, a fly-out, then a single walk single along with an error allows for 2 runs to come across to score. Lined into deep right field, sending Malpe back. He running to the track, and that's right on the dirt. All the way to second with an RBI double is Jacob Wilcox, and Billings advances to 3-0.
That ball was crushed. It is not a shallow fly ball to hit it to the warning track right field side. That's 350 the other way down the line. That ball lands on the warning track, Jace. That's a poke to the opposite way.
RBI double makes it 3-0 for Mason Brasso, who steps in the 7-hole for this Billings squad. And for Christian, you got to lock in here. Had the first 2 outs since then, is unable to get that third one. Fastball in there for a strike, and it looks like the bullpen immediately getting warmed up here for Alaska.
Yeah, it's all hands on deck for both these teams on the mound. If someone's struggling, you have to be ready and willing to go off of them to find someone else.
0-1. That's 1 ball, 1 strike. Alaska allowed 2 runs yesterday to Eugene in the first inning. Came back in that one to then take the lead, but fell 17-7 as the final score. Fouled off.
Woo!
Into
Heads
the
up in the dugout
area. Yeah. 1-2 here from Hunter Christian.
You know, if you're Christian on the mound, if you can shut the door here, 3 runs is not insurmountable for this Alaska offense. They've scored more than 3 in every game.
The 1-2 from Christian here coming home. Wilcox at second. Inside fastball, 2-2.
88 miles an hour. Buzzing the tower. It's definitely not comfortable at the plate.
That does not make you want to scoot up, I'll tell you that.
But what is set up right now is a breaking ball in the outer third. If you can execute, you have that tunnel set up.
The 2-2. Breaking ball. Ooh. Christian wanted it, didn't get the call, just a bit low, 3-2.
It's a great pitch. That's a tremendous pitch on the 2-2 count. That's just an even better take at the plate from Brasso.
Well, for Christian, it's tough because now that's the second time he's thought I had a strikeout to end the inning, and he's got to lock back in. 3-2. Ball 4 there. Brasso walks. Jaron Pinter now at the plate with runners at first and second. 8th batter to hit this inning.
This has been the start that you want for Billings. And, you know, the first 2 batters of the inning were outs. And now suddenly with a 2-out rally, you put up 3.
Christian has a ball there to Pinter. And I think he may be starting to overthrow it with the emotion on that mound.
Yeah, I think a little bit of it, too, is the way that they're receiving the ball behind the plate. That's a big part of getting strikes on the margins in the game.
Outside, nice stab by Martindale, 2-0.
And Martindale a little bit kind of, I don't want to say jerky, but when you're moving your glove away from the plate to catch the ball, it kind of gives maybe an illusion to the umpire that's a little further away than it is, as you want to try to catch that ball and plant it, give the umpire something to look at.
2-0. Swing and a miss. A good pitch there from Hunter Christian. And for Pinter, man, you can really help out your squad. You're already up 3. A base hit is sure to score 1, maybe even 2, depending on where you hit it. 5 runs is a big thing. Just outside with that pitch. It's 3-1.
And kind of feeding off this crowd. Pretty good crowd here today at Dealer Park for Game 1. It's a beautiful day, beautiful setting for a baseball game.
Keegan Lennox, the pitcher getting warmed for Alaska in the bullpen. Fouls it away on the 3-1, make it 3-2. Runners will be off on the pitch. Beautiful day here in Billings, Montana, as the sun is shining for now, 70 degrees and sunny. There is chance of rain later in the day, and that is why this game has been moved up. It was originally scheduled for 4 o'clock, now playing here at 12. Second game of the day was scheduled for 7. That will be played at 3 o'clock. 3-2 pitch, and they got the runner picked off. Christian runs right at him, throws to Maselli. He tags. He's safe.
Oh. Excellent move on the mound. He made that move look just like his kick and throw home. Runner off second. Got a little antsy.
And
that's a huge break.
That's where it's tough, because I would like to see Maselli go to second right away, and you can have Christian throw the ball to him. Obviously, you want to run at him a little bit, but immediately have a guy at second would help. 3-2. Inside, hits him, bases loaded.
Yeah, that might be the worst time to ever get hit, is with 3 balls. But Pinter wears that one pretty well. And back to your point, Jace, that's a really good point, because if you get the runner caught in between 2 infielders, then he doesn't really have anywhere to go. But instead of going to the bag, if you run at him and the fielder doesn't get there, he does have that chance to scamper back.
The first instinct in what you're taught is to run at them, which is the smart thing. But that's why, again, Maselli got to go to second right there. Time called as the batter was not ready for the pitch. It's going to be the 9-hole. Cade Vatnsdahl with the bases loaded and 2 outs. First pitch swinging, line into right field. Trevor Maltby there and retires the side mercifully. 3 runs come across to score. Billings strands 3, and Alaska has some work to do in the bottom of the first inning. We'll give you their starting lineup when we come back. This is a presentation of the American Legion Northwest Regional Tournament, brought to you by Ready Industrial Construction and Support Services. Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready. We're right back here on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
The perfect mix of different ingredients can create the most delicious creation. Successful people have the ability to bring many different individuals together who work, collaborate, show kindness, use problem-solving skills, and include each individual's talents and gifts to create new inventions, compose beautiful music, and find ways to make the world a better place. At Uintah County School District Number 1, we work together every day to promote student success. Uintah County School District Number 1, Pathway to Excellence.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. Our experts self-perform all phases of construction on new or existing structures, such as site excavation, access road creation, concrete foundations, welding, and the installation and maintenance of piping, tanks, metal buildings, and more. Our turnkey services will have your facility operational quickly and safely. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
Bottom of the first we go. Anchorage with some work to do, down by 3. Let's get to the starting lineup for the Cougars. Leading off, it's the second baseman, Rylan Nicolay, and then the shortstop, Chase Maselli will bat in the 2-hole. The 3 slot, Jake Rafferty, the third baseman, and the cleanup hole, it's Hunter Christian, the pitcher. The center fielder, Andrew Hickman, will bat 5th. As we get to the rest of the order after this, first pitch swinging from Nicolay goes into right field out of play for strike number 1. The left fielder, Colby Jensen, will bat 6th. It's the Maltby brothers batting 7th and 8th, as Trevor will bat in the 7-hole and play right field. Trey will play first and bat in the 8-hole, and then Landon Martindale, the catcher, will round out the order. The 0-1 pitch, that's a chopper, third base side. Right there is McDonald has and throws across for out number 1. Get to the fielding alignment for this Billings, Montana squad. In the first base side, it's going to be Jacob Wilcox, second base, Cade Vatnsdahl. The third baseman, Nate McDonald, the shortstop, Kyler Northrop. The outfield from left to right is going to be Cody Colas, Mason Brasso, and Brady Randall. The battery today, Jaron Pinter catching for pitcher Nolan Berkram. First pitch fastball taken by Chase Maselli. 5-3 the put out on Nicolay. Nicolay, one of the best batters on this Alaska squad, as ball 2 goes. There's going to be ball 1 goes over there for Maselli inside part. Nicolay with a .545 batting average before that AB. He has had 6 hits and 11 ABs, now 6 for 12, so 500. Right back at the middle from Maselli. It's a slow roller. Second baseman, no, it's the shortstop who has it. Not in time. Northrop could not get the ball out of his glove, and in safely with an infield single is Chase Maselli.
Yeah, that's an incredible play there. Off the bat, didn't think there was a chance that anybody would get there. I thought that was destined for center field, but it's how the top of the inning rally started. Infield single now for the Anchorage team. Now you got to make that work, make that pay, and try to get back into this game.
Jake Rafferty, the pitcher in day 1, batter here for the Anchorage Cougars right now. A little bluff over there at first from Maselli as the breaking ball stays high from Berkram. 1 ball and no strikes to Rafferty. Pickoff attempt as Maselli's back in standing. A nice little snag over there by Wilcox. And I think that's something that's lost in today's game, is the art of catching a ball from a pickoff over there first, because some of those things are hard to grab.
Absolutely.
Rafferty swings through for strike 1.
And not only if you don't grab it, for the most part, especially with the concrete wall there, unless it ricochets back right to the first baseman, that's going to be 2 bases. They're probably getting 3 all the way to third.
1-1. Bounce up there. Maselli is going to take off late. The throw down to second, sliding in. Safe.
It's great base running over there.
Wild pitch from Berkram allows Maselli to advance 90 feet.
Understanding that the ball gets away. You see the ball in the dirt. You get that extra secondary, and then it gets away at all. You pop up, you take off, make it a tough play, make the catcher throw you out. It's great understanding of how to run the bases.
2 balls and 1 strike at the plate to Rafferty. Outside, 3-1.
This Alaska team, they've run the bases very well here in Billings, and they've earned themselves a couple of runs on the margins just by willing to take that extra base, and you really need that in a tournament of this caliber.
3-1. Outside, 4 balls there for Rafferty. He'll take first. Runners at first and second as the pitcher Hunter Christian trying to help himself out, down by 3. You mentioned the base running aggressiveness of Alaska. It shows in the stats. They have the second most stolen base attempts and the second most completed stolen bases. 6 stolen bases on 8 attempts. The only team that has more is the Oregon squad, 11 stolen bases on 13 attempts. Ball 1 on the first pitch that Christian sees. Christian in the tournament, 5 for 11, good for a 455 batting average. Outside. Christian has the second most hits in the tournament, right behind his teammate, Rylan Nicolay.
The opportunity here to get a couple of back for yourself on the mound.
2-0. Has that hit into deep left field. Is it going to stay fair or foul? Going into foul territory, and it's going to go into the stands out of play.
It's a good swing on a 2-0 pitch. It's exactly what you want to do. You want to be ready to go on that fastball, turn and burn. He did just that. Unfortunately, just hooked it a little bit foul, but that's the right idea. Great approach at the plate.
2 balls, 1 strike with Rafferty at first, Maselli at second. Christian hits it into right field. That'll go foul. 2-2 now. Jace Andrews, Aaron Poling joining you here from Billings, Montana. It's day number 4 of the semifinals of the 2024 American Legion Northwest Regional.
This tournament's been incredible. We've seen a ton of different things we've never seen before.
Curveball doesn't bite, 3-2.
There are things that I've learned about the game of baseball that through my, 20-odd years of watching and playing that I did not know before today.
3-2's up high. It's ball 4, and the bases are loaded for Andrew Hickman.
This Alaska team's going to make you throw the ball across the plate just because, they want to be aggressive at the plate, but they're going to be aggressive in the zone. They're very willing to take the walks and pass the baton, and that's part of what's made this offense so good.
Brings up a mound meeting here for the Billings squad. As Nolan Berkram out there going to get a visit from his manager.
Yeah, if Alaska's able to push across a couple of runs, you got to remember, this is a Billings team that's going to average out to 1 run per 7 innings from their ERA. So if you can push across a couple of runs, you're already doing better than anything that the Billings team has thrown against so far at this tournament.
Yeah, Billings has allowed less than 3 runs every game. So by that logic, they're up 3-0 right now. Hickman at the plate, swings the first pitch on a fastball.
Well, they have 1 hit already, so they've done better than a couple of teams.
Yeah, that's how good this Billings pitching squad has been. 0-1 to Hickman. In the dirt, a nice eye. And you mentioned it, Alaska, very much one of the teams that is going to make you throw. They're going to watch pitches. They're going to get walks. If you look at this team in terms of batting, they have 11 walks. Yeah, there's 2 and 1.
They're aggressive in the zone, but if it's out of the zone, they're not going to swing, which is, I think that's a great approach. If you get a strike, get a fastball, you like first pitch, take a hack at it. Might be the best one you get.
Outside, 3-1 now. Berkram needs to find the zone here if he doesn't want to walk in a run. Andrew Hickman with a 3-1 hitters count standing on deck, Colby Jensen. Pops it up into shallow right field. Randall comes on, and he will be under it for out number 1. Maselli bluffs. Stays put at third, 2 outs.
It's a good pitch right there. Induced the pop fly, shallow pop fly. Can't get that run home. As now it's going to leave it up to a 2-out knock.
Colby Jensen will now step up with the chance of trying to help his team out. 2 outs, but the bases loaded. Maselli at third, Rafferty at second, Christian at first. First pitch is a fastball that doesn't find the zone outside. 86 on the gun, excuse me.
For Jensen, this is a big at-bat. Billings stranded 3 in the top half, but they scored 3 before they did.
Fouled in the netting, strike 1. Berkram still has not allowed a run in this inning as he tries to leave him stranded for Alaska. From the windup, the 1-1. Swing and a miss the fastball. He's 1 pitch away from getting out of it.
Yeah, fastball clocking in at 86 on the outer third. It's a real tough pitch to do anything with. It's a great pitch on the mound from Berkram.
The 1-2 with the bases loaded. Inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. Alaska trails 3-0 on the T7 Propane scoreboard. Line drive right side, foul. Bounces off the concrete wall over there and back into the right field area. As Jensen does a nice job to just fight that pitch off.
Yeah, I like this going out talking to your pitcher just because you can see he's a little upset with that. 1 pitch that wasn't called a strike, but I think the strike zone's been very consistent both
100%.
sides so far. I know we're only 5 outs into this game, but throughout the entirety of the tournament, it's been a zone where you have to throw the ball over the plate. You're not going to get a pitch that's off the plate outside a little bit. That ball's had to be over the plate for it to be a strike throughout the entirety of the tournament.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Outside there, 3-2.
Great take.
Big pitch here. Runners will be off with 2 outs and a 3-2 count. Berkram at the mound. Jensen at the plate. The 3-2 pitch. Outside, ball 4. Jensen works the walk, and Alaska scratches 1 run across to cut the lead to 2.
It's a great at-bat right there from Jensen. Fell behind. Was able to battle all the way back to draw the walk, and now suddenly a base hit could tie this one right up. We talked about in the top half of the first that, 3 runs for Billings. This Alaska team can conquer that.
Well, and who is at the plate? Trevor Maltby, who had a couple of big hits last night, 1-0. 4 hits on the tournament, 2 of them last night. He had 3 RBI, all of those coming in last evening's game.
Pretty athletic play from Berkram on the mound as the throw is a little over his head. Don't want to give up a run that way.
Foul tipped in the mitt. Right off the mitt, actually, of the catcher, Pinter. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, if you're Berkram, though, you can leave it at 1. You go back to the dish with, a 3-1 lead, looking to extend it. You feel pretty good about that, especially in the situation you were in.
The 1-1 pitch. There you go. Just low. 2-1. Berkram comes set from the stretch. Fouls into the netting, and it's 2-2. This is the count he had Colby Jensen in as well, and Jensen was able to fight off a couple pitches. We'll see where Berkram goes this one.
Yeah, you want to try to get him with this pitch. Don't want to go 3-2 and allow those runners the extra head start.
The 2 ball, 2 strike pitch. Inside, no, that is strike 3. Trevor Maltby watches strike 3. He's set down, but Alaska scratches 1 run across, and we go to the top of the 2nd inning. 3-1 the score on the T7 Propane scoreboard. We'll be right back here from Billings, Montana. This is a presentation of the American Legion Northwest Regional Tournament brought to you by Ready.
At UNT County School District number 6, each student is important. Each student has different interests. Each student has unique talents and areas for growth and development. We love and appreciate each student, and we work hard to make sure we are meeting the needs of each student so that when we all come together, we create a powerful school district filled with individual students headed for success. UNT County School District number 6 in Lyman. It's a great day to be an Eagle.
WattSmart is Rocky Mountain Power's energy efficiency program. WattSmart provides rebates to residential customers for energy efficiency upgrades made around the home. Devices and appliances that use electricity in your home can usually be made more efficient, and that can save you money and energy. When you decide to make upgrades, we have rebates available for you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
To the top of the 2nd we go. Jace Andrews, Aaron Poling joining you for this 3-1 ball game on the T7 Propane scoreboard. It's the Scarlets leading the Cougars here in game number 1 of day 4 of the American Legion Northwest Regional. Alaska was able to scratch across 1 run in the bottom of the first after 3 runs came across for Billings in the top half. But they did leave the bases loaded.
Well, it's good for the Cougars to get one back just because you look up, you're down 2, suddenly, you get a runner on, get them over. You score that run, it's a 1-run game, or you get a couple runners on and extra base hit ties the game. You feel in a much better position when you're down by 2 versus 3.
Nolan Berkram will step in. He lined out as we're back at the top of the order. He was the first batter to see Christian last inning.
You just need to put up zeros, though, on the mound if you can. It's going to be one of those things where offenses are starting to heat up here.
Foul ball right side on the first pitch he sees. And for Christian, you had the first 2 outs last inning on the first 2 batters. After that, that's where things went awry. Single walk, single, double walk, hit by pitch before finally getting the 9-hole Cade Vatnsdahl to line out. Into right field, Maltby again working busily over there in right field. He makes the catch. That is the 3rd out he's recorded of the 4 that the Alaska team has had today.
Yeah, and I think we can kind of trace it back to one pitch where they didn't get the call they wanted, and it kind of unraveled after that. So you just got to keep focused and just keep executing through 3 outs. We've seen quite a bit in this tournament, 2-out rallies where pitchers kind of get a little lackadaisical with their execution, and teams will score with 2 outs.
Nate McDonald swings at the first pitch he sees in the top of the second, fouls it straight back over our heads for strike 1. Hunter Christian on the mound here with the 0-1 count. Bounces up there off the chest of Martindale, 1-1.
Breaking ball, different look right there. A lot of his breaking balls have been to the outside part of the plate, trying to knock one in on the front door. It's a good job just kind of moving each pitch around.
1 ball, 1 strike here. Strike called on the outer part. Christian trying to get it going for his last squad, put a 0 on the board, get the boys back with the bats. That's fouled over top of the dugout. A nice job there by McDonald as he stays alive, 1-2. Christian on the mound likes the sign, takes a deep breath, and from the wind of the pitch. Chopper left side, foul.
Good job of McDonald battling off a couple of really tough pitches as that one was kind of bearing down on him. Broke out of the zone, but got enough of it to stay alive. It's a good job right there. Just trying to see another pitch, see if we can get something a little better to hit on the next one.
See if Christian goes with the fastball here. The 1-2 once again is launched in the deep left field, sending Jensen back. He's at the track, and he watches it go. Nate McDonald hits a big fly.
Yeah, we talked about getting rid of the tough pitch to get something better. He got something better there, belt-high fastball, and he does exactly what you're supposed to do with that pitch, crushes it for a solo home run.
The first home run of the tournament for this Montana squad, and it is 4-1 Billings.
Saving grace on the mound, though, if you give up home runs, if you give up solo shots, you can kind of live with that because it's only 1 run. Where they become a major issue is when you do it with runners on.
Well, the big thing, home runs are mistake pitches, and that was a mistake that was launched into left field.
Yeah, got to get the ball a little bit lower in the zone.
New batter Kyler Northrup singled back in the first, came around to score. Watches her, and it's 2-0 on him here.
I like that Christian's walking to the back of the mound. I would like to see him take a little more time just to recalibrate and try to get back in.
Three balls, no strikes now is a 1-2 count on that home run. Fantastic job by McDonald, and now Christian's got to settle in. A 4-pitch walk. After the home run, there's runner at first for Cody Colas.
Yeah, he kind of sped up his windup there in those last 3 pitches. And you see him take a deep breath, slow it down. If you're all right, you're fine. Just got to bounce back.
That was the third free pass in 2 innings, or rather an inning and a third for Hunter Christian. Looking to bunt, pulls back, watches for ball 1.
Yeah, walks have been detrimental to teams so far throughout this tournament. And, you know, runners are going to get on base. You'd like for them to earn their way on. That's why walks hurt is you feel like they didn't earn that one.
1-0 inside, 2-0.
Obviously, from the hitting standpoint, you do earn it because
you watch the pitches.
You watch the pitches. You swing at pitches you shouldn't, or you don't swing at pitches you shouldn't. You do a good job keeping your approach. It's just sometimes in the field it's like,
Coming out here for a mound meeting as Alaska's pitching coach wanted to talk to his pitcher, Christian.
Yeah, that's 6 straight out of the zone after the home run. This is good. Slow him down. Let him breathe. Remind him why he's your day 4 starter here at the Northwest Regional. Kids on the mound today, they're not just pitching because they're an arm that can breathe and that can throw. No, they're pitching because the teams believe in those guys that they're going to send them to the championship game. There is a reason you're on the mound, and that's kind of what the coach is probably reminding him. Now just go do it.
2-0. Popped up straight in the air, back behind the catcher. Martindale has it, and immediately a nice job of getting that and looking back in the infield. so that Kyler Northrup doesn't advance. It's the second out of the inning on the pop-out foul.
Yeah, if there's a magic elixir that coaches could bottle up when they go to the mound.
Man, it's something else. I cannot tell you. There is very few times where you have a mound visit and the next pitch is not a good one.
Absolutely. And it's just basically reminding the pitcher. Every pitcher has something when things are going wrong that they're doing. It's just reminding them not to do that.
Brady Randall now steps in. Single with an RBI to his credit. Fastball outside there for Christian.
And, it's not that coaches don't remind them from the dugout. It's just sometimes as a pitcher you get so locked in, you don't hear your coach.
The 1-0 pitch coming from Hunter Christian. Fastball finds the zone, 1-1.
It's a really good fastball on the outside corner. That's a pitch that if you can command that corner, it's tough to do a lot of damage with. They're going to have to try to shoot that one the other way. If they hit it over the fence the other way, you kind of tip your cap.
Fly ball into right center field. Moving over is going to be the center fielder Hickman, who makes the grab for out number 3. 1 run comes across to score on the big fly from Nate McDonald as the Scarlets lead 4-1 heading into the bottom of the second. Alaska back with the bats. You're watching the 2024 American Legion Northwest Regional right here on mylocalradio.com, presented by Ready.
High school sports. We love it. We support it. We're your number one fan. Trona Valley is your local credit union, and we're proud to invest in relationships that go far beyond banking. We're proud to invest in the lives of our young members and their love for sports. You are champions in our community, and we're here to support you all the way, on a court, on the field, or elsewhere. Together, let's develop lifelong successful financial habits. You're awesome. Trona Valley, member NCUA. TronaValley.com. We're here for you.
The strategic plan for Una County School District Number 4 states, through collaboration with the entire learning community, our mission is to instill problem-solving skills in our students that will translate to a rapidly changing global environment. We work to accomplish this by constantly improving student achievement, improving student academic and behavioral skills with a district that operates efficiently and effectively. Uinta County School District Number 4, excellence in teaching, opportunity through learning.
Bottom of the second here. First pitch is going to hit Trey Maltby, and he immediately looks back in the dugout saying, let's go, get this going. They're down by 3 here. Jace Andrews, Aaron Poling, and a runner on now for Alaska to start the top, or rather bottom of the second.
Yeah, it's catch-22 to that. If you're on the mound, if you're going to hit a guy, let it be the first pitch, save your pitch count. You obviously don't want to do it, but, in a game where pitch count has become so prevalent because it matters how many days you rest, these teams do have, thoughts of moving on to the next round, so pitch counts do still matter regardless, but obviously you got to win to get there. But also, if you're Maltby, you love that just because now you're on base and, you need a rally, you need to try to get that one back, and the best way to do so, get a man on.
Well, I think throughout this tournament, days 1, 2, and 3, you're always worried about pitch count in a lot of different ways. First pitch, the batter Martindale's outside for ball 1. But when you get to this day 4, that's when you maybe actually start thinking about tomorrow. Because if you win today, but you don't have anybody left tomorrow, there's kind of a catch-22 of a lot of things. Obviously, you have to win to get there, but in some ways, you're trying to set up your pitching for tomorrow along with it. So I think day 4 is the first day where if you've been in the elimination bracket, you actually start kind of thinking about tomorrow a little bit while you're playing the day before.
Yeah, and really the only team that has the luxury of that is the Oregon team that has no losses yet.
They get the full luxury of thinking about it. I know for that. That's outside. It's 3-0 here to land in Martindale.
And by that, I just mean I'm sure they already have their starter for tomorrow picked out.
Well, because in theory, they are 1 win away from the championship.
Absolutely.
Even if they lose today, they still need to win 1 game tomorrow. Now, it'd be a 1-game championship game. Ball 4, Martindale walks on 4 pitches, and the 8 and 9 hole do their job as we'll go back to the top with Rylan Nikolai.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's exactly what you want from the bottom of your order. Now they're standing on base for the top of the order. This is how big innings are built.
Nikolai grounded out his first time up. In the tournament, he is batting a crisp 500, 6 for 12.
I was going to say, I wonder if the sacrifice bunt is on, but this is one of your better hitters who's found a couple of gaps, and maybe they're feeling that they'd much rather see him swing the bat.
We'll see what happens. They're going to let him swing. He watches a fastball on the pipe.
That's a good take. You watch a hit by pitch, and then you see
4 straight balls. You want to force them into the zone. I understand that take right there from Nikolai. Now you just got to be ready to go.
No balls, 1 strike. Coming home and outside with ball number 1. The hit by pitch on the first pitch for Trey Maltby and Martindale walked. That's what we have runners at second and third. Or, second and first. The 1-1 pitch coming home from Berkram. It's a nubber to the shortstop. Has a chance for 2. Goes to second for 1. On to first in time.
It's a great job right there. Good turn. Good firm feet over. Great pitch on the mound. And just like that, suddenly the complexion of an inning that looked like it was going to possibly be a big one. Now you're 1 pitch away from getting out of the inning without allowing a run.
6-4-3 on just what the doctor ordered for Berkram. Run does move to third and Trey Maltby.
Yeah, for a pitcher, there's not very many more beautiful sights than that.
Not at all. Especially with nobody out and runners at first and second. That's exactly what you want. You get it. And now you're 1 out away from leaving that runner stranded at third as well. 1-0 count now here to Chase Maselli. Singled in the first inning. Strike 1, 1-1.
Yeah, not out of the woods yet, though. Still very dangerous hitter at the plate.
1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch home. Foul ticked into the mitt, 1-2. Well, what started out as a great inning for Alaska, having a hit by pitch and a walk to start out, now could end with no runs across. 1-2 from Berkram. In the dirt, a nice eye there. Maselli staying alive with the plate.
Yeah, for Maselli, he's got to continue to battle. You want to grind this out. See if you can either get yourself on or you got to put the ball in play. That's one of the things with runners in scoring positions. You want to choke up, put it in play, force that defense to have to make a play, or see if you can find a hole.
The 2-2. Fly it into left side. It's out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here at the plate. Maselli trying to come up with a base hit and cut the lead to 2.
And that's the one thing that the approach at the plate, kind of as you get higher in the leagues now, is they're looking to drive the ball more, not worry about the strikeout. But with runners in scoring position, you want to put it in play.
Nice eye there from Maselli. Goes the count, runs the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes here, with Berkram trying to get out of the inning. And he does just that with a called strike 3. First 2 batters reach. Berkram works around it. We go to the Uinta I-Envision 3rd inning with a 4-1 score. Billings on top of Alaska. You're watching the 2024 American Legion Northwest Regional, brought to you by Ready Industrial Construction and Support Services.
When participating in sports, there's always a lot to talk about performing at the top of your game. I'd like to expand on that and ask, how about performing at the top of your game in every part of your life? This is Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic. I offer solutions to help improve all aspects of your game called life. Pain management, migraines, allergies, emotional release, nutritional supplements based on blood tests, and improved athletic performance. To help you perform at the top of your game every day, call today to schedule an appointment in Evanston or in Kemmer. Hoover Chiropractic, 307-789-0043.
It's the best feeling when you've had a long drive and you see your hotel. The Come On Inn, Casper. That means your day just got better. At the Come On Inn, you have lots of options. Unwind in the hot tub, go for a swim, relax in the beautiful atrium, and sleep in total comfort. Centrally located, the Come On Inn is close to everything. In the morning, start your day with a delicious breakfast. Top it all off with an amazing, friendly staff who is always glad to see you. It doesn't get better than that. When you're in Casper, always stay at the Come On Inn.
The Uinta I-Envision 3rd inning coming your way right here on mylocalradio.com. Jace Andrews alongside Aaron Poling as Alaska trails the Billings squad 4-1. Billings back with the bats here in the top of the 3rd, trying to push across some insurance runs. I always like to say I want a clean 5-run lead to feel safe. First pitch is fouled back for strike 1.
Yeah, Wilcox at the plate. Interesting story. Ran into his mom on the concourse today. He's sporting a bit of a shiner as he took a line drive to the face last week.
He fouls that one off his hands into the dugout area for strike number 2.
And he refused to come out of the game, so they kind of just glued him up, got him ready to go. And, you know, true baseball player right there. That's something that all of these kids here, man, they love the game. They're going to try to play through everything that they possibly can.
Inside pitch is fouled off. A nice breaking ball put together there, but a better foul by Jacob Wilcox.
You know, it's one of those things. Maybe you get the 162 of the major leagues, you take a couple days off to heal, but these kids, some of these kids are getting down to their final at-bats of their American Legion careers, and they don't want to miss them for anything.
Fouled off again as putting together a lot of foul balls here is Jacob Wilcox.
Yeah, he had that drive into right field his first time up, what landed on the warning track. About 340 feet away.
The 0-2 pitch here from Christian. Just outside, 1-2. Jace Andrews, Aaron Poling bringing you the action. Appreciate you joining us for the entire 2024 American Legion Northwest Regional. 1-2 pitch. In the dirt, 2-2. 2 games today. This the first of the 2. Alaska here taking on the Billings squad, the host team. And then in game 2, it's going to be the Oregon squad taking on the Colorado squad, Eugene versus Fort Collins. And a great at-bat being put together here by Jacob Wilcox as he fouls it back.
That's a great pitch on the outside corner. He's getting enough of it to stay alive. And we talked about the reason you do that, trying to get a better pitch to hit. That home run is kind of similar of how that at-bat played out.
2-2. Breaking ball, looped into right field. Maltby moves to his right and makes the catch. He's been a busy man over there in right field.
Absolutely. That's a pretty good at-bat from Wilcox. Didn't end the way he wanted it to. Got a breaking ball on the outside part of the plate. Tried to drive it the other way. It's a good approach, good at-bat. Just didn't work out for you that time. But the more that you put good at-bats together with good approaches, the better your at-bats are going to continue to be, and eventually it'll pay off.
Mason Brasso will walk up. He walked his last time. And he gets hit in the back there. Breaking ball slipped out of the hand of Hunter Christian.
Yeah, it's kind of, you know, we've seen that a couple times throughout the tournament. You grip that breaking ball so tight that sometimes it just gets a little loose on you and pss, it's gone.
Speaking of hit by pitch, that's what happened to Jaron Pinter last time he was up. Now here with Mason Brasso at first.
Yeah, the Service Cougars, they need a 0 on the board here. They need to be able to get out of this one without allowing the run.
Good throw over, but the tag not applied in time as sliding back in safely is Brasso. Pinter, the catcher, in today's contest for the Scarlets. The inside pitch, they're going to call it balk.
Yeah, it didn't come set.
Brasso advances.
And, you know, a lot of pitchers now, they're kind of just trying to get into a rhythm out of their stretch. You got to make sure those hands stop.
Pitch home. And we're going to have ball 1 there. 1 ball, no strikes is with the balk. That first pitch is a no pitch. Christian watches that runner at second. Now will come home. Again outside, it's 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes on the 8 slot, Jaron Pinter. He reached on a hit by pitch in the first. Cade Vatnsdahl waits on deck. The 2-0. There is strike 1. 2-1. Christian trying to work from behind here. From 2-0 to 2-1, now the 2-1. Line drive on a hop. Rafferty has it. Has to go across the diamond. A nice stretch from Maltby, but advancing on the play is Mason Brasso. Great base running there from the Billings center fielder.
Yeah, it's one of those where you don't really have time at third to look the runner back. It's a not particularly hard hit, where if you start to stare that runner down and throw it across, you're probably not recording the out. It's a good understanding of you have to get the out for sure. You don't want to allow the runner advance, but runner at third with 2 outs is a lot better than runners at first and second with 1 out, not getting that out.
On the ground left side, Maselli boots it off the glove and a run will come home to score. 5-1 as Billings continues the streak as they've scored a run in every single inning thus far.
And we talked about, the base running right there. That base running play earns this Billings team a run just because you get over to third, or you get over to third, and now you could score in a bunch of different ways, and right there's one of them. It's a good job on the base paths by this Billings team, earning themselves a run in the margins.
2 outs. Go back to the top of the order. Nolan Berkram trying to help himself out as he fouls the first pitch back.
I'll take a moment to thank Uinta Eye Vision, as this is the Uinta Eye Vision third inning.
The 0-1 pitch coming home. Popped up again behind our heads, 0-2.
Good job bouncing back after the air for Christian. Sometimes you make a pitch and it just doesn't work out your way. The only thing you can really do on the mound is keep competing, keep battling, and keep grinding for your team.
Lonsdale at first, and Berkram hits that ball into right center field. Maltby over there on right will once again camp under it and make the catch. Another run comes across to score 5-1. We go to the bottom of the Uinta Eye Vision third inning, where our vision is to improve yours. This presentation of the American Legion Northwest Regional is brought to you by Ready Industrial Construction and Support Services. We are ready.
WattSmart is Rocky Mountain Power's energy efficiency program. WattSmart provides rebates to residential customers for energy efficiency upgrades made around the home. Devices and appliances that use electricity in your home can usually be made more efficient, and that can save you money and energy. When you decide to make upgrades, we have rebates available for you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
Foot pain can make even the simplest things a struggle. Dr. Chad Brady is a foot and ankle surgeon who listens to your concerns, offering a variety of solutions to get you back on your feet and out of pain. Dr. Chad Brady can help you get back to the life you deserve. Don't let foot pain stop you from living your life. Schedule an appointment today. Dr. Chad Brady, Uinta Medical Group. Call or schedule online at evanstonanytime.com.
Jake Raff ready to lead us off here in the bottom of the Uinta Eye Vision third inning as he swings with the first pitch fastball for strike one. Jace Andrews, Aaron Poling joining you here from Billings, Montana. Breaking ball finds the zone quickly, 0-2 on Rafferty. 5-1 on the T7 Propane scoreboard as the Billings squad on top of Anchorage. Fastball, good morning, good afternoon, good night. Rafferty set down looking.
Yeah, after that breaking ball, the fastball coming in about the mid-80s. Looks just a tick faster, and it's hard to pull the trigger. It's a good job pitching there from Berkram.
New batter is Christian, looping line drive to right field. It's not going to find the green grass. Randall with the speed makes it for out number 2, and quickly here in the bottom of the Uinta Vision third inning, there is 2 outs for Alaska.
Yeah, for Andrew Hickman here, this almost has to be an automatic take with how quick this inning is gone. Last half inning, you had to labor through on the mound for Christian. You want to give him a little bit of time to regather his breath, regain his composure, and get ready to go for the third.
On the ground, off the glove of the pitcher Berkram. Second baseman Vatnsdal throws to first, and forget taking the first pitch. It's a 5-pitch bottom of the third, and going in order is the Alaska squad. 5-1, we head to the fourth. You're watching the 2024 American Legion Northwest Regional right here on mylocalradio.com, brought to you by Ready.
At Black's Fork Dental, we're not just a dental office, we're a family. We believe in inspiring lasting smiles, and that means welcoming patients of all ages. From the littlest smiles to the wisest grins, our team is here to provide gentle and caring dental care for your entire family. Our warm and friendly atmosphere will make you and your kids feel right at home, ensuring every visit is a positive one. At our office, we use the latest technology to provide top-notch care for your family's dental needs, from x-rays to crowns, clear correct to implants, or even dentures. Black's Fork Dental, where advanced technology meets compassionate care. Join our dental family today by scheduling at blacksforkdental.com.
When was the last time you got to stay at a hotel that had an indoor waterfall and a fish pond? Or a hotel with a swimming pool, a baby pool, and 5 hot tubs? At the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming, you'll get all of this, plus an amazing complimentary breakfast. You can even reserve a suite with a private jacuzzi for 2. The rates are so affordable that every time you're in Casper, you and the whole family can stay without breaking the bank. The best hotel in Casper is the Come On In and Suites. Make your reservations today and come on in.
Alaska brings on a Maltby as Trevor comes in from right field. He'll take over on the bump for Hunter Christian, as we'll get the defensive changes to you here in just a moment. But Nate McDonald will be the first one to see Trevor as we're on the top of the 4th inning. Billings on top of the T7 Propane scoreboard 5-1.
Yeah, job for Maltby to do. You got to put zeros up out of the pen.
Breaking ball, a nice pitch for strike 1. The defensive alignment changes go as followed as Jake Rafferty goes from 3rd to 1st. Trey Maltby goes to right field. And that line into left center field, it's going to be a base hit dropping fast. And it's heading toward the wall. Racing to second with McDonald. He's going to go for 3. The relay throw is not going to be in time. And it's a leadoff triple for Nate McDonald.
Yeah, he got a breaking ball in the middle of the zone. We said that Maltby likes his curveball, but you have to get it down because you throw a curveball that spins in the middle of the plate. Off the bat, that ball is going to explode with the way it's spinning. Right there, it does into the gap.
Last AB a homer, this AB a triple from Nate McDonald, and now Kylan Northrup steps in.
That's pretty good.
That is pretty dang good. 1-0 there. Maselli is at third base. Hunter Christian goes from the bump to shortstop. Inside hits him. First and third now for the 4-slot Cody Colas. Walked and popped out today.
You know, 2 batters in. This is looking like an inning that could get out of hand. So for Maltby on the mound, you got to figure out a way to put a 0 up here. It's going to be tough, but your team needs to try to keep as many runs off the board as possible.
First pitch swinging into right center field, looping fast. It's going to drop. A base hit for Cody Cullis, scores a run, 6-1 Billings.
It's a good job there by Cullis. Got a pitch that he liked, was able to take that ball and just dump it out into right center field. RBI single. And this Billings offense, they have come to play today.
McDonald scores, Northrup to second, Cullis at first, Brady Randall now at the plate. With the home crowd behind him, Billings putting on an offensive performance here. Looks to bunt, fouls it off. Lennox will go back out to the bullpen area and start to get warm.
Yeah, if you're going to bunt, it's like trying to catch the ball with your bat. You don't want to reach out and stab at it. You want it to come to you and just let it softly as you can tink off the bat and just deaden it in the infield.
And way over the head of the batter there, Randall, as Trevor Maltby lost the grip on that one.
Well, when you square to bunt, you almost turn your entire body to the ball, and when that comes towards your head, it's an uncomfortable feeling as it feels like that ball is going right for your nose.
Looking to bunt, he fouls it off into the Alaska dugout. That was for sure going to be a ball, and now with a 1-2 count, we'll see if that bunt is still laid out there.
Yeah, that's the only one. The only thing you're going to do with that pitch is bunt it in the air, and you don't want to do that. You got to let that one go by. It's not an easy thing to do.
Not at all.
Especially because it looks so good and all you have to just reach out and touch it, but that one gets popped up more times than not.
Outside, 2-2 now.
Well, you can still do a job here just because you didn't get the bunt down. You can still have a good at-bat. You just have to battle and grind for your teammates here.
Fly ball left field, moving over Jensen. He's going to watch it, and it's going to land in the stands.
Yeah, the pitcher in the bullpen scampering out of the way of that one. Looked like he was going back on the ball from because we have the wall in between trying to get to sight. Looks like the bullpen catcher was going to go make that play.
You're out. He's wearing a jersey.
Got it.
2-2 once again. Up high, 3-2. Maltby, big time, needing to find the zone here. Does not want to walk the bases loaded for Jacob Wilcox, who has a double already today.
It's a good job by Randall. Couldn't get the bunt down, but he's run it all the way to 3-2.
Outside, ball 4, and big time trouble now. Wilcox coming to the plate. with a scarlet at every bag.
Well, the goal of that at bat was to move the runners to second and third. You do exactly that. I mean, you failed to get the bunt down, but you do a great job of grinding that at bat out and getting yourself over to first base.
And promptly we'll have a mound visit from the Alaska pitching coach.
Yeah, Wilcox is already showing some power here. You want to start to live bottom of the zone. You have to attack the zone with the bases loaded and kind of live with what happens, but you don't want to groove anything down the middle because with one swing, Wilcox is showing the power that he could flip this scoreboard and blow this one in wide open. And this could just be a little bit of time extra for, oh, the pitcher down in the pen has already come back, so could be warmed already.
Maybe saying, hey, this is your leash here. Runners at every base, nobody out. First pitch in the dirt. Jacob Wilcox, a double and an RBI to his name, flew out in the third. On the tournament, he is 2 for 11. Inside, it hits him. That's going to force across a run, and it's 7-1.
Yeah, we had that story with Wilcox earlier. He got hit in the face with a comebacker. That time he got a fastball up around the eyes, and he's smiling, so hopefully that got more of the helmet and none of the face, as this looks like the end of the line here.
Yeah, I think it got maybe the touch of his elbow. Maltby relieved after not being able to record an out. Bring on Keegan Lennox. We'll have the updates for you when we come back. This is the 2024 American Legion Northwest Regional, brought to you by Ready.
Farming requires working with the right equipment. At Covelo Auto Farm Service, you will find the right size tractor, tractor accessories, cattle chutes, and calf corrals for all your farming needs. Covelo's has all your auto needs as well. From fluids to belts to protection for your hands, they've got you covered. Covelo's also offers a service center for your truck and tractors in one convenient location. Covelo's is your one-stop farm and auto shop. Stop in and see them today at 80 Reese Road in Lyman. Covelo's Auto Farm Service.
There are 3 things you can always be sure of when you get your tires from Freeway Tire in Evanston. First, they offer a price match guarantee on any published price. Second, whether you're driving across the state for a sporting event or you're just driving around town, you can feel confident knowing that you have top quality tires that have been installed by tire experts. And third, you're always appreciated by the owners and staff at Freeway Tire. It's reflected in the friendly service you receive every time you visit. Freeway Tire, quality tires and great service. Stop in today, 217 Bear River Drive, Evanston.
When you have an appointment with the dentist, it's reassuring to know that you're going to be seen by experienced, well-trained professionals. At Bear River Dental in Evanston, Dr. Lester, Dr. Owens, and Dr. Welch check every box. Plus, they're really nice people. Their passion to provide excellent dental care is reflected in everything from state-of-the-art equipment to professional, hardworking staff. Choose the professionals at Bear River Dental, serving patients of all ages. Call today to schedule an appointment.
Bases loaded, nobody out. 2 runs across. It's 7-1 on the T7 Propane scoreboard. Jace Andrews alongside Aaron Poling as Billings. Man, they're breaking this one open right now.
Yeah, it's getting into incredibly dangerous territory for this service team. You know, bases loaded, nobody out. Tough situation to come into as a pitcher.
Pitch home from Keegan Lennox is a fastball strike. Lennox a lefty on the mound. First time we're seeing him. Came in a pinch hit spot last evening, though. Fouled back in the netting, and a nice job by Lennox. Quickly 0-2.
That's what you want to do out of the pen. Come in, fill the zone. Does just that. As that foul ball roll all the way back to the hitter, Brasso.
Oh, and 2 here from Lennox to Brasso. He stays alive. Brasso had the good AB back in the third, and he ended up working a hit by pitch. It was a 3-2 count that he got hit on, but now here with an 0-2 count, he fouls the first of the 0-2s off. He flies this one into shallow center field. Hickman under it, grabs, and they are going to test the arm. The throw home's not going to be in time as it's cut off.
Good job by Brasso understanding the situation. Runner on third. Less than 2 outs. You lift a fly ball in the outfield. You get yourself an RBI. does exactly that, and now an 8-1 lead.
Jaron Pinter will step up, hit by a pitch, and grounded out today.
And, for Lennox on the mound, you can kind of live with that result just because you have to come in and try to get 3 straight outs with the bases loaded.
Well, on top of which the runners now are at first and second, so you got a double play in order, and you can potentially come out here and get that.
Yeah, with the bases loaded, nobody out. You just try to get 3 straight outs and live with what happens.
Flown into right field, Trey Maltby moving on. It's in foul territory as he makes the catch, and then he's going to throw down as that's going to get away. Now the throw to third. Christian's going to tag him out. Lennox does a fantastic job allowing just 1 run when the bases were loaded with nobody out as Alaska gets out of a big jam there with the game still intact for a chance here. Down by 7, but that's nothing we haven't seen from this Alaska offense before. They got to start getting something going, though, in the bottom of the 4th when we come back. You're watching the 2024 American Legion Northwest Regional right here on mylocalradio.com, presented by Ready.
Established in 1984, T7 Propane provides you with quick and affordable service. Rely on T7 services to bring warmth and comfort to your home or business. T7 Propane delivers everywhere from the Fort Bridger area throughout Bear Lake Valley. Schedule your delivery today at T7propane.com. T7 Propane for all your propane needs.
When you want all the amenities, a wonderful restaurant, and clean, comfortable rooms in Evanston, stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn. Whether you're in town for high school sports, on a business trip, or traveling with the whole family, book your stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn. It's a 5-star experience from the time you check in until you say goodbye till next time. The Best Western Dunmar Inn, supporting students and families in all their activities. Make your reservations today.
Keegan Lennox does a fantastic job in the top of the 4th inning as he allows just 1 run when the bases were loaded with nobody out. Gets his boys back with the bats. Colby Jensen to lead us off. It's the 6 hole as it'll be 6, 7, and 8. Speaking of Lennox, he's on deck. Jensen fouls off the second pitch into the right side concourse.
Yeah, and by doing that, he gives his teammates a better chance of coming back in this one. We've seen teams come back and put 7 up in an inning. It's absolutely possible.
We've seen 9 in an inning. Alaska saw it last night against them. Jensen flares that into center field, but right there to grab it is Brasso.
On the mound for Berkram, his goal right now is just to fill the zone, let the chips lie where they may. If they're gonna put it in play. A lot of times, 300 hitters are Hall of Famers, so 7 out of 10 times the batter will probably get themselves out. So it's a good job just attacking the zone and allowing his defense to work behind him.
First pitch to Keegan Lennox is inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Lennox's second AB of the tournament. Had one yesterday at a pinch hit slot. Takes a strike there. Trey Maltby stands on deck. He's the last guaranteed batter in this inning as the 1-1 pitch comes home. Inside to Lennox, 2-1.
Yeah, since that first inning, Berkram's really settled in on the mound, been able to put up some zeros.
2-1. That's low. 3-1.
Yeah, you want to try to find the zone here. Right now, 7-run lead, just groove a fastball, belt high, middle.
Watches. Strike number 2. And it's kind of the different mindsets here. For Alaska, you need base runners in any possible facet. For Billings, throw strikes, see what happens. Lennox, left side, through the hole for a base hit. Keegan Lennox gets on and starts what may be a rally for Alaska.
Well, if you're Berkram there, you kind of tip your cap. You fell behind. You attacked the zone. You forced him to get on base. That's the big thing. Is you can live if someone, slaps the ball the other way. That's just a good piece of hitting. You tip your cap, move on. You've only allowed 2 hits so far in the game. So if you continue to roll the way you have, it shouldn't be a big deal.
Maltby chops it down the third base line. Throw to second. It's going to be there for 1. And to first, not in time. They get the lead runner on the fielder's choice. There's 2 gone as Landon Martindale now comes up.
Yeah, heck of a job over there at third by McDonald getting that lead run. I didn't think he had a chance to get there.
But you notice he was in front of the third base bag. That may have gone foul, but he knew he could get that runner at second. Does a good job.
Yeah, that's the important thing, too. You get a ground ball to one of your infielders, you have to convert that into at least one out.
First pitch to Martindale is a swing and a miss.
And they did a perfect job of doing that. You know, you obviously want to cut the lead run down because you don't want to give up the run, but it's one of those plays where you confidently do it and you're able to do so. It's a fantastic play for your team.
He check swinged that ball right to the shortstop. Northrop grabs it. 4 batters come to the plate. 3 are set down. To the 5th inning we go. Billings, a couple of amazing pitching performances in the tournament already. Working on another one right here. 8-1 the score. We'll be right back. You're watching the American Legion Northwest Regional on the My Local Radio Sports Network, brought to you by Ready Industrial Construction and Sports Services.
Light up your world with a custom-built LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. It's a proven fact that signage that lights up creates more attention. So light it up and then add text, images, and video, and your sign becomes even more powerful. Start sharing your advertising messages and information with your customers today. The team at Rocky Mountain Sign provides all types of quality signage that is custom-built and maintained. Call today for a free quote. Rocky Mountain Sign, 307-789-5202. Rocky Mountain Sign, serving customers in Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho.
Ready is committed to providing superior services to our customers by requiring individual accountability for excellence in quality, safety, and dependability. We are a growing company that is currently hiring across Wyoming, Colorado, Texas, Nevada, Idaho, and elsewhere. Our valued team members receive competitive wages, full benefits, and weekly pay. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
Fifth inning, here we go. 8-1 the score. Billings on top as Keegan Lennox back out on the mound. Did a masterful job in the top of the 4th inning. Had the bases loaded, nobody out, only allows 1 run with it. Keeps his team in the ballgame for sure. And now he's got to work with a clean inning here, but he does go to 9, 1, and 2 in the order.
Yeah.
Jace Andrews alongside Aaron Poling bringing the action, and man, Keegan Lennox did great, but this is where you got a clean inning. How does he react?
Yeah, you're getting from the point where it's, you know, you have to put up zeros because if you don't, you might fall mercy to the 10-run rule. And that's why that inning was so important for Lennox to only allow the 1, just because a ball finds the gap, you go behind by 10. If you don't put 1 up, then suddenly the game's over. You don't give yourself a chance to come back at all. So it's an important inning here for Alaska.
First pitch, strike. 0-1. Vatnsdahl today reached on an error and lined out in the dirt there. For Billings, you kind of want the opposite. You want to try and save pitch hitters. So try and get out here and you get going.
You know, pitcher's not going to be able to come back for tomorrow.
Line drive into right field. Coming on is going to be Sebastian Fournier. He can't get it. Racing to second base is Vatnsdahl. Fournier throws it in, and the throw to second is not in time.
Yeah, pretty good effort there from Fournier.
That is Fournier.
As he tried to make a diving play. That ball just a bit in front of him knocked it down. If you're going to dive that one, that's the one. It's the bloop that doesn't get too far away, but unfortunately it ricocheted off of him and went further away than expected.
Was just about to say we have a defensive change to let you know, but the play did it ourselves. As Sebastian Fournier is in right field. There's a strike. See what the official score of that. I would have to think. I don't know if it hit his glove or not, though.
That's probably a hit. Diving
That's what
effort.
I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I would say single and then maybe an error after that.
It looks like they're probably just going to say double.
Yeah, just give him a double. Big swing and a miss from Nolan Burkham. He is 0 for 3. One of the few men not to reach in this game for Billings. Got a runner at second, but he's got an 0-2 count as well.
Yeah, he's put his mark on the game, though.
Swings and misses, but it gets away from Martindale, and they're not going to be able to get him.
Well, he got on base.
Yeah, he struck out, but he did get on base.
Sure, that wasn't the plan.
No, that was never the plan.
You know, hey, heads up play by Berkram, though, understanding that that wicked, nasty breaking ball to you is also nasty to the catcher, and there's a chance it gets away. It did. And, you know, taking off, stealing first base. Not only did he get on base, he also gets a stolen base.
Now it's Nate McDonald, tripled and homered in his last 2 ABs. He lines that into center field. It's a single. He's a double away from the cycle if he gets a shot at it, and the run comes home to score. It's 9-1. The unfortunate part is, if this offense keeps going like it is, he may not see the plate again.
Absolutely.
Because as of right now, if McDonald scores at first base, that makes Billings 3 outs away from a trip to championship Sunday. Keegan Lennox fires the ball up high. And it looks like we have a warm-up going on in the bullpen. Palmer Dalton, right-handed throwing pitcher out there. Fouled back into the backstop as it bounces off the corner of it. 1 ball, 1 strike.
You know, for Lennox, you got the out that you needed earlier. You just got to bounce back.
Inside, 2-1. And it's tough because you started out this inning you started out this inning with what you thought to be a flyout. Then you struck out a man, but the ball was dropped, and now there's the single that scores the run. That goes right up the middle for a base hit as well. Rounding third is Berkram. He'll race home, and it's 10-1. The 10-run rule runner is at third base in the form of Nate McDonald now.
Yeah, the onslaught continues, and, you know, this inning, it hasn't been a ton of hard contact. It's just been contact in the perfect spot where nobody can get to the ball. The second baseman's retreating back to his position after holding the runner on and has to hit the brakes and go back the other way. Just been kind of tough luck here.
By the way, Kyler Northrup, 2 singles, a walk, and a hit by pitch. Has not recorded an out in 4 ABs. Now it's the 4-slot. Cody Cola singled his last time up, watches the ball inside. One ball, no strikes, the pitch home. Chopper right side. Moving over as Nikolai has a tough hop, but leaps up to grab it. What a play.
You took the words right out of my mouth. Not often you get to do the Air Jordan pose and throw a guy out at first base as a second baseman. That ball exploded with topspin. That's something we haven't really seen a whole lot of since day one, but that run did come across the score.
Now it's Brady Randall, but it is a 10-run limit right now, 11-1. And Randall sends it into left center field. That's dropping for a base hit. Rounding third is Kyler Northrup, and they have an insurance run on the 10-run.
12-11, and, you know, this Billings offense, we talked about, you know, possibly waking up, and they certainly have 10 hits in the game, 12 runs. Done a fantastic job of putting some runs up on the board.
First pitch, the new batter, Wilcox, is outside. Wilcox has a double, a hit by pitch, and a flyout on a 1-for-2 day. 12-1 the score. He'll chop it foul. There is a 10-run mercy rule limit. That's kind of what you hear us talking about. It's 10 after 5. We're in the top half of the 5th inning right now, so effectively, if Alaska can't push across at this point 2 runs, then they will be eliminated via the mercy rule.
And if you're Alaska, you want to finish this one out. You want to grind back and see if you can get the full 7. Give yourself a chance to have an opportunity to come back in the game. It's going to be tough, don't get me wrong, but you want to give yourself a chance. Plus, nobody wants to end the game after 5 on the losing side. That's not a great feeling. And it's not very indicative of how they've played at this tournament.
They've been really great. I think this is just where the depth factor comes in. You bring 13 players from Alaska. It's tough. You only have so many arms to throw out there. Pick-back attempt is not in time. Sliding back in safely is Brady Randall. It's a 2-ball, 1-strike count to the batter, Wilcox.
But, you know, tip your cap to the Alaska team here. You know, you win the first 2 games. You run up into a buzzsaw on the Eugene Challengers that you gave them a pretty good scare.
Into center field. Grabbing it is going to be Hickman. And off first base, a little too far was Brady Randall, but he races back home, or back to first safely. And kind of a mound meeting here.
Yeah, you gave that Eugene Challengers team a pretty good battle last night. It just kind of got away from you in the same vein that today has gotten away, where they led yesterday, and they were 9 outs away from punching their ticket to the championship game, and that's an accomplishment. You bring 13 guys, you have to fly, you have to fight jet lag. No other team has really had to do that so far in this tournament. So for them, just a great job of really putting together some great days, and hopefully for them they're able to extend this game. It looks like we're going to get a pitching change.
New pitcher on the mound, Palmer Dalton. We'll take a break when we come back. It's 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. 12-1 the score on the T7 Propane scoreboard. You're watching the American Legion Northwest Regional on the My Local Radio Sports Network, brought to you by Ready. It's Day 4 of the
Farming requires working with the right equipment. At Covelo Auto Farm Service, you will find the right size tractor, tractor accessories, cattle chutes, and calf corrals for all your farming needs. Covelo's has all your auto needs as well. From fluids to belts to protection for your hands, they've got you covered. Covelo's also offers a service center for your truck and tractors in one convenient location. Covelo's is your one-stop farm and auto shop. Stop in and see them today at 80 Reese Road in Lyman. Covelo's Auto Farm Service.
There are 3 things you can always be sure of when you get your tires from Freeway Tire in Evanston. First, they offer a price match guarantee on any published price. Second, whether you're driving across the state for a sporting event or you're just driving around town, you can feel confident knowing that you have top quality tires that have been installed by tire experts. And third, you're always appreciated by the owners and staff at Freeway Tire. It's reflected in the friendly service you receive every time you visit. Freeway Tire, quality tires and great service. Stop in today, 217 Bear River Drive, Evanston.
2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning, and it's going to be Palmer Dalton on the mound. First time we'll see him pitching in this American Legion Northwest Regional.
Yeah, big opportunity here for him. You come into a game, you look at the scoreboard. Don't worry about that. Just for your own individual sake, come in 0-0 game. I got to get this last out. This is an opportunity for Palmer Dalton. He looks like one of the younger kids. I think all the classes on here say freshman. So
yeah, we don't know.
I was going to say, if everyone's a freshman, that's impressive. This team will be back. But he looks like one of the younger players on this team. And hey, this could be a potential. Hey, get a feeling for it, because I'm sure this Service Alaska team, they have plans of being back next year. They won 2 games here. They're not planning on that being the end of their story. Sometimes it takes a little bit, a couple of times, a couple of losses to learn how to win at this level. And I think for this Service team, it's a good opportunity for a young kid.
Well, not only that, you mentioned it. They were 9 outs away from punching their ticket to championship Sunday. Unfortunately, weren't able to complete that game, end up falling, and now here in a tough spot, 12-1 the score is 2 breaking balls above the head of the batter, Mason Brasso. Brasso, 2 runs, 1 run scored today, has an RBI. Does not have a hit, though. He's walked and been hit by a pitch.
But think about when you're winning a championship, there's very few times that a group doesn't go through adversity when they win. It's very few times they show up and they just win.
Well, how many times have we seen it where a team will come into a championship level of tournament, as that's flied into center field, and it's going to be caught for out number 2. I'll finish the thought when we come back. Bottom of the 5th, coming your way, Alaska needs 3 to keep this tournament going, or rather 2. We'll see, though, as the Billings squad back out on the field trying to end it right here. You're watching the 2024 American Legion Northwest Regional, brought to you by Ready.
Precision, the quality, condition, or fact of being exact and accurate.
Precision is important. Scoring the next point, making the perfect shot, getting the best score. And when you think of your dentist, you want precision to be the first word that comes to mind. That's why patients are so pleased with Dr. McKay Frankum. He provides precision family dentistry at reasonable prices to every patient. Dr. McKay Frankum, call today for an appointment.
Call Dr. McKay Frankum at 789-8910.
Established in 1984, T7 Propane provides you with quick and affordable service. Rely on T7's services to bring warmth and comfort to your home or business. T7 Propane delivers everywhere from the Fort Bridger area throughout Bear Lake Valley. Schedule your delivery today at T7propane.com. T7 Propane for all your propane needs.
Alaska needs 2 to keep this tournament going for themselves as they're down 12-1 here in the bottom of the 5th. Jace Andrews, Aaron Poling. They have 1, 2, and 3 up in Rylan Nikolai, Chase Maselli, and Jake Rafferty up at the plate. First pitch from Berkram is fouled back over top of our heads for strike 1. Mentioned it in the top half of the inning, but we were kind of talking about how this Alaska team has plans on being back, and the way we've seen them play, we honestly kind of expected. They were 2-0 in the first 2 games, as right there, Mace Nikolai watches it bounce up into the chest of the catcher Pinter for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strikes. But kind of throughout the break we talked about it, but how many times have we seen teams progressively go to these championship-like tournaments and get better and better and better before they're victorious? You need the taste of that tournament before you can kind of have the full feel.
A lot. Last year's champion in Cheyenne is a perfect example of it. They got close, when were unable to get there, then finally broke through.
Chopper left side, snagged by the third baseman McDonald across the diamond in time. A nice play from the Billings Scarlets third baseman.
And you know, all the other 3 teams still left here, they faced adversity. Billings, they were the number 1 seed in their state tournament. They did not come out and have a great state tournament. They've bounced back here and looking to punch their ticket to the championship game. The Challengers thought they should have been here last year, and unfortunately it didn't work out for them. And then for Colorado, they've been down and behind late in games that they've had to battle back. So this is all just adversity that, helps build the story.
Pinch hitter Hunter Hulscotter is the guy at the plate. He's got a 1 ball, 1 strike count as Hulscotter had an AB yesterday, so his second one here as he swings to the fastball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jake Rafferty stands on deck. Inside for strike 3, inner half. Finds the zone, and Billings is 1 out away from punching their ticket to championship Sunday in their home stadium.
And Jake Rafferty had a very good day on the mound game 1. That's kind of the things we're talking about. Rafferty was very good. It's a learning experience there of how to win at this level. And it's something that all these teams are learning.
Inside to Rafferty. Billings, the host squad, 1 out away from playing in the championship game. Strike, 1-1.
Heck of a job by Berkram, just continuing to attack the zone.
Foul tipped at the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes here for Rafferty. He tries to keep Alaska's season alive for at least 1 more out.
Yeah, this place is 1 strike away from going into pandemonium. As for back-to-back years, it looks like the host team are not going to win the state tournament, but they're going to get all the way to the championship game.
Just low, 2-2.
It's a good take by Rafferty. Down to your final strike of the season. Being able to spit on that pitch takes a ton of discipline.
The senior, Rafferty, watches it bounce. Three balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Check swing to the third baseman McDonald. Gloves across the diamond. Billings is headed to the championship game in their host town.
Absolutely great tournament for them so far. They lost day 1, 1-0. Able to bounce back. Their back's been against the wall since Thursday night, and they've done a terrific job coming out playing with urgency, and now they could potentially be a couple wins away from going to North Carolina.
2 wins away for Billings as the host squad makes the championship game. Now we'll see if they'll have to. They're going to have to play 2 tomorrow, no matter what. If it'll be against Eugene on both of them, if they can win that first one, of course,
Absolutely.
Or if they'll have to play Fort Collins. As we'll have that game coming up next here on the My Local Radio Sports Network. Let's take a quick break. We'll wrap up the season for Alaska and tell you what's to come for the rest of this tournament as we got another game coming up today. Final score here, 12-1, the Mercy Rule Victorious is the Billings Scarlets. You're watching the American Legion Northwest Regional, brought to you by Ready.
Explore Logan, Utah. We've got so much awesomeness, I don't know where to begin. Your hotel is only 10 minutes from the gorgeous National Forest for hiking and biking, birdwatching, and wildflower spying. Logan is Utah's heart of the arts, with more than 253 live professional performances this summer and free concerts every weekday. Catch the Gardeners Market and tons of festivals and fun. Head to Logan. You won't break the bank on less than a tank. ExploreLogan.com.
The crew of Rocky Mountain Yeti have found themselves searching the wilderness for the elusive Yeti, traveling through the rugged terrain in one of their premium rides found at Rocky Mountain Yeti. Coming up to a clearing, the crew finally gets a glimpse at what they've been searching for, the great Yeti deal from Rocky Mountain Yeti. Visit today and see why legends are driven. 100 Wasatch and 130 North 3rd Street, Evanston.
The perfect mix of different ingredients can create the most delicious creation. Successful people have the ability to bring many different individuals together who work, collaborate, show kindness, use problem-solving skills, and include each individual's talents and gifts to create new inventions, compose beautiful music, and find ways to make the world a better place. At Uintah County School District Number 1, we work together every day to promote student success. Uintah County School District Number 1, Pathway to Excellence.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. Our experts self-perform all phases of construction on new or existing structures, such as site excavation, access road creation, concrete foundations, welding, and the installation and maintenance of piping, tanks, metal buildings, and more. Our turnkey services will have your facility operational quickly and safely. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
At Uintah County School District Number 6, each student is important. Each student has different interests. Each student has unique talents and areas for growth and development. We love and appreciate each student, and we work hard to make sure we are meeting the needs of each student so that when we all come together, we create a powerful school district filled with individual students headed for success. Uintah County School District Number 6 in Lyman. It's a great day to be an Eagle.
WattSmart is Rocky Mountain Power's energy efficiency program. WattSmart provides rebates to residential customers for energy efficiency upgrades made around the home. Devices and appliances that use electricity in your home can usually be made more efficient, and that can save you money and energy. When you decide to make upgrades, we have rebates available for you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
High school sports. We love it. We support it. We're your number one fan. Trona Valley is your local credit union, and we're proud to invest in relationships that go far beyond banking. We're proud to invest in the lives of our young members and their love for sports. You are champions in our community, and we're here to support you all the way, on a court, on the field, or elsewhere. Together, let's develop lifelong successful financial habits. You're awesome. Trona Valley, member NCUA. TronaValley.com. We're here for you.
The strategic plan for Uintah County School District Number 4 states, through collaboration with the entire learning community, our mission is to instill problem-solving skills in our students that will translate to a rapidly changing global environment. We work to accomplish this by constantly improving student achievement, improving student academic and behavioral skills with a district that operates efficiently and effectively. Uintah County School District Number 4, excellence in teaching, opportunity through learning.
Growing up is all about having your independence, and Y-High is here to help you gain real financial freedom with a Y-High Independence Account. With an emphasis on education, growth, and experience, the Y-High Independence Account prepares you to handle your own finances, so you're ready for what life throws your way. We're talking no parent or legal guardian required on your account, no risk of collections or negative reporting, and no overdraft fees. Find your independence with a Y-High Independence Account today.
Ready is committed to providing superior services to our customers by requiring individual accountability for excellence in quality, safety, and dependability. We are a growing company that is currently hiring across Wyoming, Colorado, Texas, Nevada, Idaho, and elsewhere. Our valued team members receive competitive wages, full benefits, and weekly pay. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
WattSmart is Rocky Mountain Power's energy efficiency program. WattSmart provides rebates to residential customers for energy efficiency upgrades made around the home. Devices and appliances that use electricity in your home can usually be made more efficient, and that can save you money and energy. When you decide to make upgrades, we have rebates available for you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
Final score 12-1 as Alaska is eliminated from the tournament, and the host squad for the second year in a row makes it to Championship Sunday here on the Jimmy John Freaky Fast Recap. Let's go through what happened in today's contest. Final score in 5 innings. 10 hits for Billings on 2 hits for Anchorage. 12-1 again, that final score. 3 errors for this Anchorage squad. And we talked about how important fielding is. Anchorage is fielding now 9 errors is what they're going to end with on the tournament, and a fielding percentage close to the 900 area. Not what you want, but we have seen teams who can be successful with that. The Fort Collins squad that we're going to see in the next game, they have 11 errors on the tournament. So we've seen teams be successful with that, but man, does it make for such a hard time.
Yeah, especially early on, it kind of put them behind the 8 ball, and 3 errors that happens in baseball. You're not going to be perfect all the time. It just kind of stinks when sometimes they never seem to be. You spread one out, get one in the first with 2 outs, runner gets on, get the out, and then you get one maybe in the 6th where 2 outs again, a runner gets on. Where it seems like errors in baseball, they just kind of pile on, that they happen one after another, and suddenly a run comes in.
Let's go to the winning squad. 10 hits, 12 runs, and Aaron, get this. 5 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 run. It was earned on 4 walks and 4 strikeouts for Nolan Berkram.
Yeah, he was tremendous.
He raised the team ERA.
Yeah, right.
Because they didn't play all 7.
They played 5 innings. Nolan Berkram damages the team ERA. Maybe we'll have to talk about that in the clubhouse.
He's going to get reprimanded tonight.
Man. Right. It's amazing. That's what's funny about baseball is, you walk off the mound, you're like, I had a great day. And then some dorks like us in the press box look at the stats. You're like, oh, ERA raised.
You actually raised the ERA there. That's unfortunate for you.
No, but it was a great outing. He, I don't want to say roughed up, but that first inning kind of was a little shaky there, but was able to bounce back. And that's what good starting pitchers do. Sometimes that first inning doesn't go as planned, but good starters, good pitchers, they figure it out.
Well, and here's the thing with Billings. 4 games now in the tournament. 1 run allowed. No runs allowed, 2 runs allowed, 1 run allowed. They lost one of those games.
Their pitching's been awesome.
They
ran into a buzzsaw day 1.
It's just unfortunate.
And, but you've given yourself a chance. You've given yourself a chance to win this thing on your home crowd. The crowd here today was phenomenal. Got to imagine tomorrow it's going to be even better, as now you have a shot. Now you're going to have to win 2 games tomorrow against 2 different opponents, or you're going to have to try to beat Eugene twice. We'll find that out in the next game, but you're there, you have a chance. I mean, that's all you can really ask for, especially after losing day 1. You've battled all the way back, and now you're in Championship Sunday. Anything can happen.
Losing pitcher Hunter Christian, he goes 3 innings, allowing 4 hits, 5 runs, 4 of them earned on 3 walks. Just a tough day for Alaska, both on the mound and at the plate. Just 2 hits, 1 from Jace Maselli and 1 from Keegan Lennox, who came on to be a pitcher and had the 1 AB that he got a base hit on. He ends the turn with a 500 average, going 1 for 2. On the other side of the ball, though, no shortage of hits. In fact, only 3 guys did not get a hit. Only 1 guy did not reach base safely. Technically, he struck out and then ran over to first, though. Nolan Berkram goes 0 for 4, but the big numbers. Nate McDonald, 3 for 4, a triple or double side of the cycle. Homer, triple, single on this line. Kyler Northrup goes 2
Sure,
for
we're gonna
2.
talk about him again.
Scores 3. Correct. We will have his line coming up later. And Cody Colas goes 1 for 3, along with Brady Randall going 2 for 3. That is the Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap, 12-1. Continuing here on this post-game show as Montana Billings goes to Championship Sunday. It's time for our Dr. McKay Frankum's Precision Play of the Game. And given the score, it's got to be an offensive number. And in my mind, I think it's the home run from Nate McDonald, because if you look at the scoreboard, 1 run comes across the score for Alaska. Nate McDonald gave the 3rd run for Billings. It's not the winning run, but that just started to set this offense on a train roll after that.
Yeah, it ignited the offense. It changed the momentum of the game. Alaska had come back, and they had taken 1 run back in that inning, trying to get the momentum back on their side. 1 swing of the bat, all of that momentum goes out the window. And want to think about that at bat. He fouled off a couple of really tough pitches to get to that fastball that he was able to turn on and crush over the left field fences. That was an incredible at bat. Then he finished off with the long ball.
And an honorable mention, I want to go to for Rylan Nicolez. He had that fantastic play at second base, at that kind of bouncing ball, and he called it the Air Jordan.
Yeah, I was going to say, I hope someone got a camera shot of that he can put on his Facebook page or, Twitter
Facebook
or something. Yeah, sorry. Showing I want to say age, but I guess I'm probably still the Twitter generation that just prefers Facebook, and that's more about me, but
I just thought it was funny the way.
Yeah, no. But I mean,
you can put it on MySpace. Yeah, there we go.
MySpace, yeah, there we go. Along with your favorite song.
We're going to put it on my Kick. That is your Dr. McKay Frankum's Precision Play of the Game.
It's also how many social media platforms can we name?
Oh, we can sit here for hours. It's time for our Pepsi Player of the Game, brought to you by Western Wyoming Beverages. Everything is better with Pepsi. And man, oh man, we've said his name multiple times in this postgame show. It's none other than Nate McDonald. 3 for 4, 2 RBI, scores 3 runs on the day. He was just fantastic at the plate, and also had a pretty good day at third base, making a couple of exceptional plays over there.
Yeah, very fitting that last ground ball went to him to throw it over. But, the only one that I don't want to say bummed out because you're obviously happy with the win, but no, if maybe McDonald gets another at-bat, what did he need? Just a double to complete the cycle?
Double.
That's one of the more doable ones. So
had a homer and a triple in the first 3 ABs.
Yeah, it would have been very interesting to see if he could have given himself an opportunity. And, with the score the way it is, I'm sure he would have hit the bag at first. He'd have been thinking 2 no matter what.
He goes 3 for 4. Obviously, you can't realize because his first out was the first AB.
Yeah.
But now he's going to look back at my stat sheet and go, man, I flew out in the first inning.
Yeah, but I mean,
you never know. But
still
it's
a great day. Yeah, you're just a double away from the cycle, and just a great day at the plate. And that home run we talked about, that was kind of the catalyst to launch this offense into the explosion they had in the second half of the game. It really gets the momentum going, gets it on your side, and you heard how loud the dugout got after that. Home runs. Not only do they score runs, they also vitalize the dugout. They get you fired up because everyone loves the long ball.
It does. All right, for the Billings squad, they advance to tomorrow as they'll be playing either Fort Collins in a game to go play Eugene for the championship, or it'll be a game against Eugene where if they win, they'll get to play a second game against them in the championship. Well, it would effectively become one-game championship. But either way, Billings needs 2 wins tomorrow. So they're looking to play 2, and I'm sure they're going to set up their pitching for that aspect as well. We got the next game coming up. It's the Eugene Challengers trying to win this one and make it to where they have 2 chances tomorrow to win 1 game to head to North Carolina for the American Legion World Series. Into the line for Alaska. Nothing to hang your hats on. We kind of talked multiple times how Alaska was a little bit of a surprise team here, not because of the fact that they didn't have the skill, but because the previous Alaska teams that had come to this Northwest Regional had really struggled, and that was not the case for this service team whatsoever. Really dominant in the first couple games, and then honestly ran into a really, really good Eugene squad, and then here showed the depth is just really important, and it's tough because they didn't have any pitchers really left to go.
Yeah, and hopefully there's some young kids out in Service Alaska who might not have ever wanted to play baseball that see this and, holy cow, we're that close to being a part of the national tournament. And it kind of, I want to say kind of makes those kids want to play baseball and inspires them. And, this is an inspirational team for baseball in Alaska, showing that, hey, we're getting closer to competing. This is kind of a similar arc that Wyoming had where They hadn't had American Legion World Series winner till last year. So you have to continue to keep competing, keep battling, and things come in steps. It's not real often you're just going to show up to the American Legion, Northwest Regional, and just win it all. That doesn't happen real often. A lot of the teams that win it are repeat teams that either feel like they should have been there the year before in the case of Eugene, or teams that have been there multiple times come up close in the case of Cheyenne last year, where they were in the championship game and they were in the 6th inning where they had an opportunity to win that one and it got away from them. So for Alaska, I don't think this is anything to hold your head about. I think this is just the first step to hopefully building something great for this program.
That is indeed the thought process going around Service Alaska. A lot of great athletes and a very good area for them. But big congrats to them for their season. And now Billings, man, you get to play in your host tournament in the championship Sunday.
It doesn't get much better.
That's nice. We'll see who their opponent is tomorrow. Is it going to be Eugene for 2? Or at least in Billings' case, hopefully 2. Or are they going to have to play Fort Collins to try and advance and play Eugene in the one-game winner-take-all championship? We'll find out on the next game. My partner Aaron Poling will have the call for you. For Dan Hubbard as well, I'm Jace Andrews signing out from Billings, Montana. Final time, 12-1. Billings advances to the championship Sunday and their hometown. Peace out from Billings, Montana.
The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of MyLocalRadio.com and Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC. No portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC. Thank you for joining us for this sports presentation on MyLocalRadio.com.